Hi guys, Dave Kubot here from Maximum One. This is week number 2 on your series that I'm sending you on the Sunday email from information that I picked up at the conference down in Florida, the Tom Ferry conference. So got some great ideas. Last week we had a great idea. This week I want to talk to you about listing presentation and when you're talking about the commission. And so talking about the commission can be a little bit hard and even kind of icy sometimes, I guess, if you think about it like that. So one of the things I picked up in Florida was to talk about the commission in 2 parts. Instead of talking about large numbers like 6 and 7, you can kind of talk about my fee is 3%, and then ask them how much they want to pay the buyer's side, the buyer's agent. So leaving them the flexibility and actually getting them involved in picking the commission can be a great strategy. So what I would do is pull a bunch of comparables for all the houses that are competing with the prospective property. And so let's put them into piles of commissions. So most likely you'll have maybe 1 or 2, 2.5, 2.75 commissions, especially if you're up northeast Atlanta in Rome, they're 2.75. And then so we've got a couple here that are 2.5s. Most of them are probably going to be 3, so there'll be a nice little stack of 3s. And I hope that somebody's paying 3.5 or even 4% out there once in a while. But so when you put them into piles, you can talk about the 2.5s and say, all right, here's some 2.5% commissions. That's what these 2 houses are paying. Now, if you were an agent, do you think you would show that property or not? And of course, the seller's probably going to say, well, yeah, of course I would. I can't not show it, right? But that's not really true. The average agent in our area only sells a couple houses per year. So if they are driving around in their car with half of their yearly salary represented by the people in their car, what do you think, Mr. Seller? Do you think they're really going to pick a 2.5% when there's all these 3s over here? And oh yeah, there's even a 3.5 over here. So would you agree with me, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, that the 2.5s is probably not a good idea? Most likely they're going to say yes. So the strategy for that is crumple them up right in front of them. Crumple it up, put it to the side. Okay, now let's look at these other 2 piles here. We've got this bunch of 3s, and here's a 3.5. So you guys could pay 3% to the buy side if you wanted to, but there's a lot of competing houses in there. What if you considered paying 3.5%? Then you'll have one other house competing with you. So out of these, which one do you think is going to get shown the most? The 2 3.5s or these 15 3s? So you see where I'm going with that? So now just let the seller pick. So what do you want to pay the buy side? What do you think is going to be a good strategy for you on the buy side? If they say 3.5, great. I would imagine that they're probably going to say 3. So let's just say for this example, they paid 3. They want to pay 3%. All right, that's a very good strategy. Let's try it for a while. If we get no showings, we can just bump it up to 3.5. But let's go ahead and start with your idea of 3%. So I'm going to write up the paperwork then. And so we're in agreement here. We've got a 6% commission, 3 to me, 3 to them. And while I'm doing that, you can fill out the seller's disclosure. And do you have any questions right now? Answer the questions, of course. But you now have a 6% commission without having to talk about the big number 6. So I hope you like that idea. If you click on the link below, there's going to be a little diagram for you to use. It's like an upside down triangle. Shows your side as 3, and then it shows the other side being 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, being more competitive, obviously, as the commission goes higher. So I hope you love that idea as much as I do, and I will see you next week with something else. Have a great week.